Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking a look into the online presence of Obal Ureña Sosa,
Hmm.
specifically his travel blog. It's at urenasosobal.blogspot.com. Now, we actually hit a bit of a wall trying to access it.
Yeah, couldn't get through directly.
Right. But we've kind of pieced together a picture of what it's about from, other places online where it pops up.
It's quite interesting what you can find indirectly, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Look,
So our goal here is basically to understand what this blog was trying to do, its focus, that sort of thing.
and those secondary sources are key. We're talking YouTube descriptions, podcast notes, even community posts. They all consistently point to that Blogspot address.
Which strongly suggests it's, well, the blog, his central one.
It seems highly likely, yeah.
And it points pretty clearly to Obal Ureña Sosa being the author, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. The name is consistently tied to it, videos, podcasts, and he even calls it Me Blogger on his YouTube channel.
Blogger. Okay. So what else do we know about him? What's the vibe?
Well, the descriptions we found, they paint a picture of someone who likes discussing productive things, likes meeting people,
Okay.
and his podcast delves into, quote, the less traveled paths of the Dominican Republic, focuses heavily on nature, rivers, sort of untouched beaches.
Nice. Nature focus.
And there's also this mention of concern about plastic pollution and deforestation. So it suggests a travel and nature angle, maybe with a bit of environmental awareness mixed in.
Gotcha. So the blog itself, the main theme seems overwhelmingly to be exploring the Dominican Republic.
Oh, definitely. You see mentions of places like Punta Lucia, El Chorro de Damahagua, Santiago, Samaná. They just keep coming up across different sources.
Really zeroes in on that location.
It does. And within that, you can see specific interests. Lots of nature, landscapes.
Like the rivers and beaches you mentioned.
Exactly. Rivers, beaches, waterfalls, La Cascada de Palma Grande is mentioned, El Chorro de Damahagua, again, natural parks like Isla Bonrugama.
But not just nature.
No, interestingly, there are also hints of historical and cultural sites. Fortaleza de San Felipe, the Amber Museum, La Isabela Historica. So it's broader than just hiking trails.
Okay, that adds another layer. And I saw something about wild behavior. What was that?
Yeah, that was an interesting snippet. It suggests maybe some personal observations, perhaps things that aren't always smooth sailing, more than just a glossy tourist brochure.
Right, like real experiences.
Potentially. And it seems practical, too. There are reports that the blog included exact locations using Google Maps, trying to be genuinely helpful for planning.
That's useful. It sounds like it wasn't just a personal diary then.
Well, it seems personal, but also aimed outwards, especially with the links to his YouTube channels, Obal Walker, Obal Ureña Sosa, and his podcasts on Apple, Zeno, Deezer.
Suggests a whole ecosystem of content.
Precisely. The blog might provide, more depth or context for the videos or audio, and he uses hashtags like hashtag Pedro Garcia, hashtag Tourismord.
Trying to get found, connect with others interested in DR travel.
It seems like it. And the style. Descriptions mention phrases like hola amigo, hoy quiero llevarte conmigo. Very conversational.
Like a personal log, yeah. Someone mentioned Bita Cora.
Exactly, a travelogue feel. We even have hints of specific posts, like Punta Lucia, around December 2024, El Chorro de Damahagua in March 2025.
Oh, and that strange sound thing in Santiago, El Embrujo.
Yeah, December 2024 for that one. Seems like unique local details.
And you figure the podcast episodes probably had blog counterparts, Sabana Grande de Boyá, Santiago Rodriguez, all those places.
It's highly likely, right? It fits the pattern. Covering Aventura Dominicana, Isla Bonrugama, it all connects.
Okay, so putting it all together, even though we can't, read it right now.
The picture's pretty clear. A personal travel blog, deeply focused on the Dominican Republic, sharing experiences, maybe some practical tips.
And tightly woven into his video and audio stuff.
Absolutely. A multimedia approach centered around his explorations.
Right. So the key takeaway for you, the listener, is this. Despite the current access issues, all the signs point to Obal Ureña Sosa's blog being a really personal travelogue about the Dominican Republic, linked closely with his other online content.
Yeah. And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it, thinking about how interconnected it all is and these little glimpses we've gotten. What other unique stories, those local insights from the less traveled paths, might actually be in that blog waiting to be read, if it ever becomes accessible again, of course.